Hey, this is Raulh of Please Act Right. Do you remember this woman in the green dress from the popular balloon show? Take a look at how she shows how money hungry she is before she got herself into trouble. Take note, she already popped her balloon on this guy until he starts talking about business and money.
Now, is Adana your type?
Adana actually is. I like the way she talks, her sophistication. I think she would be somebody that probably could be my A1A if I were to run my business and include her in it.
Which way for the business?
As far as somebody as a CEO just like me, so you can take over my same business, vice versa, represent those things, respectability to other people. So say if we're talking about my modeling career, you can speak on my behalf, help me with things like agency.
Be your agent?
No.
Like what's the cut?
Be my partner. A partner.
Wait, okay, so...
This young man does not know the bullet he dodged. Keep watching.
You'll be the model, and then I would help build your portfolio?
No, we will be a business unit. You will learn me and what I do and how to do that on my behalf, and I will learn the same you.
Yeah, I get a cut?
Absolutely.
Okay, so what are you doing right now, like as far as your portfolio?
Is she looking for love or is she trying to get a job?
Right now I'm an A&R. I'm scouting for young talent right now to sign to new record labels. That's going to be the next 10 years, some of the biggest artists you probably don't know about yet. I do professional model work, I do commercials, I do act. Okay.
So, do you have any artists that...
Yes.
Do you have a studio?
Yes.
Where is it?
It's over in the Buckeye area, Buckeye, Arizona.
Is it elaborate?
Yes.
Do you have an engineer and all that?
Yes. I hire people, I employ people.
Where are you getting the funds from?
At what point is he going to realize that she's just fishing for money? Dude, you're telling her way too much about your financial situation.
I'm 28 years old. Before this, I was one of the youngest account managers with a company called CenturyLink. They're called Lumen now. Yeah. I made about $250,000 there on my own just from the contracts that I signed around the state.
Why are you telling her all of this?
So you may move into an apartment and they have internet already established there. About 3 years ago, I established that before that place was even built.
Life costs money. So, okay, I'm thinking about 200 grand 5 years ago. A little talk, but something's not adding up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Everybody in the room sees what's going on except for him. Wow.
I'll get the balloon back and I'll think. Let my mind twirl a little bit.
All right.
Gotta crunch the numbers real quick.
Not crunch the numbers. All right.
And now that he's talked about all of his businesses and raising $250,000 to get another business going, she wants her balloon back. This guy may be good at business, but when it comes down to recognizing when a woman is trying to use him for money, he's not so smart. Well, fast forward.
Woman who accused former Dodgers pitcher Trevor Bauer of sexual assault has been charged with fraud in Arizona. A grand jury indictment unsealed Monday accuses Darcy Adana Esmonu of fraud and theft by extortion against Bauer and another man.
Yep, that's her from the Pop the Balloon show, trying to extort money from men after having a one-night bang, bang, bang with them. She's using her boo nanny to get money out of these wealthy guys.
Esmonu sued Bauer, saying he raped her and got her pregnant in 2020. Bauer says she demanded money to terminate the pregnancy, but later said she had a miscarriage. Bauer posted a 5-minute video on YouTube responding to the indictment and addressing allegations at large for the first time in months.
Here's the thing, she never had an abortion because she was never even pregnant, and that's corroborated by her own medical records. When I refused to pay her the $3.6 million she was asking for, she made up a bogus assault claim and filed a civil suit against me.
$3.6 million.
In the countersuit, Bauer's lawyers claim she took the money for the abortion and went to Philadelphia to get LASIK eye surgery.
Well, that LASIK eye surgery is going to come in handy for her now, because I'm pretty sure she can see real clear on that court document that she's facing up to 16 years in prison.
There are women that will try and ensnare you and extort you for money. And if they come out with these claims and they smear your reputation, they can destroy your career.
We tried reaching out to Esmonu and her legal team, but were unsuccessful. Her next court date is next week, and she could face more than 16 years if convicted on both charges.
And this is why these guys with big money have to really be careful of the women that they get with. From now on, they might want to take a page from the famous guys who make women sign an agreement before they lay down with them that states that they consented to the bedroom action. And this ball player, he wasn't the only one she pulled this mess on. There's another guy before him.
Darcy Adana Asimonu, has been criminally indicted for committing felony fraud against me and another man. So now she's facing up to 16 years in prison. We had one plain sexual encounter in December of 2020. Nothing that could be considered remotely rough. She initiated it, but don't take my word for it. Take hers.
Thank God for him, he was smart enough to save the receipts.
This is a picture and text message she sent me the next morning, explaining why she came on to me. And for months afterwards, she repeatedly requested to sleep with me again. For example, this text from January 7th, 2021. At one point, she even requested a sample of my sperm so she could have my child whenever she wanted to in the future. Now, it's hard to keep track, but she's made at least 4 seven-figure demands over the last few years. More than a year after the one time we slept together, Adana retained a lawyer.
Man, all of this for sleeping with her for one night.
She then demanded $3.6 million and claimed I forced her to have an abortion, leaving her emotionally devastated and irretrievably damaged by it. But here's the thing, she never had an abortion because she was never even pregnant, and that's corroborated by her own medical records. When I refused to pay her the $3.6 million she was asking for, she made up a bogus sexual assault claim and filed a civil suit against me. In that version of her story, she claimed, for the first time by the way, that there was non-consensual sex, but her texts from the next morning show what actually happened. Remember this text in which she explains why she came on to me? She also claims that instead of an abortion, she actually had a miscarriage, but that's impossible, of course, because again, she was never even pregnant. We now have emails between her and the first 2 law firms that dropped her, in which they acknowledge they never had any evidence to support her claims, but they'll try to get my money anyway.
Great. I appreciate your time and input today, and I'm glad we can agree to $750,000 to $3.6 million as a settlement bracket. As explained on the phone, we will start high and understand the lowest you will accept to settle is $750,000. Have a beautiful day, Adana.
Wow.
I then shared an audio recording I have in which Adana contradicts her own claims and asks me for money. In the emails, her lawyers agreed that that's insurmountable evidence, and they informed Adana that they can no longer represent her unless she can provide documentation or proof of her claims. Of course, she couldn't do that, so the law firm urged her to consult other law firms with different standards.
Also known as ruthless standards.
Now, Adana has filed more than 10 police reports claiming assault or harassment against other men, including at least one other professional athlete. But after the Scottsdale police completed their investigation into her claim against me, she's the one being indicted for felony fraud. And not just against me, against another man as well.
Cool. Both of them are filing charges against her. That gives it a much better chance of her getting thrown in jail, where she deserves to be.
She made up bogus assault claims and attempted to extort him too. And it gets worse. In my lawsuit against her, we subpoenaed a witness whom she knew for relevant documents to use in our case. And when she found out, she immediately made assault claims against him too. Her MO is clear. Lie to men to get their money, extort them if she must, and when they refuse to pay, stop paying or stop giving her what she wants, go to the police, accuse them of assault, and file a civil suit against them to retaliate.
And I hope they throw the book at her and she gets the whole 16 years in prison, because she deserves it. These ruthless women are okay with getting money from these men that she did not earn through lies and false allegations. And if they don't comply, willing to ruin his whole career as a retaliation. Look at what happened to Jonathan Majors, the actor. His girlfriend claimed that he put hands on her in a bad way, and he started losing brand deals and movie roles as a result. To all the men out there, be careful of these women nowadays, especially the ones that you're planning to have a one-night stand with. If she's willing to have a one-night stand with you, a person she doesn't really know, chances are she's willing to try to get you for your money. And if you don't pay up, you might have the police knocking on your door saying that she's claiming that you took her against her will. And this also includes all the men out there exercising the use of your passport going to other countries. It's happening overseas too. I've been approached many times in the Philippines in places like the malls by well-dressed, very attractive Filipino women. They smile and say hello and ask me where I'm going and can I go with you. Don't fall for these tricks from these streetwalkers, guys. Those are usually the women who are strictly gold diggers or they're looking to extort you. You fall for her beauty, you take her to your place and handle business. She excuses herself to go to the bathroom and she takes her phone with her because she's texting her male accomplice that she'll be leaving your place soon. She asks you to walk her to the front door of your building or your hotel because she's shy and she doesn't want to walk by herself, and you agree. As soon as you get to the front door, here comes this Filipino man asking you, why are you sleeping with his wife? And in case you didn't know, adultery is against the law here in the Philippines. Then he tells you that you got to cough up a certain amount of pesos right away, or he's going to call the police and have you arrested for adultery. Do you call his bluff? If he calls the police and she is really his wife, she'll go to jail too. But what if he cares more about the money than he does his wife and betrays her and reports it anyway? He could just get both of y'all thrown in jail, and he could do it out of spite. And by the way, adultery sentences here in the Philippines can start at a minimum of 5 years in prison. This is why any Filipino woman that I plan to get involved with, she has to produce an original copy of her Cinemar, a legal document from the Philippines courthouse that verifies her marital status as single, annulled, or widowed. I'm not taking any chances. You have to remember, guys, if you're from a first world country like the United States, Australia, the UK, Canada, to the women in those developing countries, you are just as rich as these ball players. Be careful out there, fellas. Like Della Reese said to Martin in the movie A Thin Line Between Love and Hate, one night of passion can cost you a lifetime of pain. Hey, somebody had to tell you, and I love you, so it might as well be me. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell to get notified when I post a new video. I post a new video every week. And in the meantime, will you please act right? My name is Raulh. See you in another video. So if you enjoyed this video, check out one of these 2 videos right here. I'm sure you'll enjoy them too. And if you like, you can visit my channel. I have plenty of videos there. Go ahead. Don't be scared.